So, hi everyone, welcome back. I'm sorry about that. But anyhow, body shaming is a major thing going on. Before I start my podcast episode, please hit the subscribe button, notification button. Thank you for listening and thank you for everything. But if you can hear anything in the background, it is my family. And if I seem like I'm too loud, it's because I'm dealing with a new mic. I bought a new mic over the Christmas holidays, and it's pretty cool actually because it can sit in front of me instead of being off to the side and taking up so much room of my desk, and I like it. So the reason I want to talk about body shaming, I want to tell you guys that first, is because I've seen a lot of it on social media. A lot of things like to the stars being made fun of because of the way they look, or they look hideous, or they look not beautiful, or they look too fat, or they look too skinny, or they look not too good, or they're sick, or any of that. So, um, what I'm gonna base my opinion, and if you guys don't like my opinion, then turn this episode off and don't watch it because I've really have had enough of it because I'm sick of it listening to people who have to degrade people because they're different. I have been body shamed because of my size. When I had my first child, Liam, and then when I had my second child, I gained the weight because I was eating takeout constantly, but I was trying to lose the weight at the same time of trying to eat healthy, but I couldn't because I just couldn't afford the recipes that were out there. But at the same time, YouTube wasn't around when I had my kid. Like YouTube started in 2007, and that's when you were able to put everything on YouTube. But a lot of body shaming started, I think, in the early 2000s. I think, or late 2000s, or it's been going on for eons in this in the media to all of it. Like a lot of people have gone through it, and we can actually say we know how they feel because we've gone through it ourselves. I've been told I'm not good looking. I've had resumes thrown at me that I've handed in because I wasn't the perfect person to work there. I went to go apply. A friend of mine told me not to apply at Ardene's because I wasn't that body type. I wasn't that type of person, and I wasn't their type to hire because I wasn't that good looking, or I wasn't that size that they needed, or I couldn't fit in their clothes. And I was told that by a friend. And I just couldn't believe it. I was just looking for any kind of job, and I got told not to apply there. So yeah, like their own employee said that. So I didn't apply at Ardene's, but like it's just ridiculous because you have to look a certain way to have a job. I went to work one day, but I'm not gonna say anything bad about it. I liked it, but I didn't have to look a certain way. I just had to wear a pair of jeans and a t-shirt to clean the store. But now I don't do it, which is fine. I don't. It doesn't really bug me. But like it's ridiculous because you employers will think that, oh, you gotta dress like this, you gotta look like this, you gotta look like that, you gotta be this kind of type of person, and it's like going, excuse me, I'm allowed to gain weight, I'm allowed to look the way I want. I don't have to have you tell me what the way I look want to look. It's like the way I want to dress. I like to wear ripped jeans sometimes, and I get told, well, young kids wear ripped jeans. I'm 39. I don't give a shit what you say. I'm gonna wear them no matter what you say. I feel comfortable in them, and that's all to it. But going through that myself, it's just like, okay, I'm just gonna go put a pair of jogging pants on and wear a pair of jogging pants to make this person happy, or I'm gonna do this, or I'm gonna do that. And when you confront them and they don't realize that they're doing it and they're lying to you, well, I'm not trying to be like that. Well, you are, and it's like, this is why I dress like this. I look like a slob, and it's like going, well, I'm not trying to be like that. Like you are. You have to keep telling this person that, and it's like going, okay. But when I was a kid, I applied at a store called Bootleggers. I don't know if anybody knows what Bootleggers is. I tried to apply there in Stratford at the mall, and I got my resume and my application thrown at me by the manager and got told that I wasn't going to get a call and I wasn't going to get a job there because I wasn't their type of person. What is the type of person that you want working for you? You want a beautiful girl who can look good in your clothes and what? Come on here, tell me, what kind of girl are you looking for? And for three-quarters of the people I went to school with worked there. And they were just like me, a regular person. Look, not the same, but it made me feel so degraded. It made me feel so like I was a loser, like I couldn't get a job. I went to go get a job at Zellers, couldn't get a job there. I went to go get a job at Target. I've tried to get jobs all over the place in my hometown, and I just couldn't. And I think it's because of the way I look, or is it because of the fact that I don't know. of who my parents, like, I can't really say, right? But, the one thing that I hate the most about employers, the one thing I hate the most about people is that they nitpick at you on the way you look. Okay? Don't let anybody put you down. Don't let anybody degrade you. Don't let anybody tell you that you're not beautiful. Because let me tell you something. You are beautiful. And that is the problem we have with this society. That we had with the society when I was a kid and when my mom was a kid. You had to be a certain way. You had to be perfect. And if you weren't perfect, you weren't that type of person who can get this or get that. And I think that is sad that people think that way about some people. And I think it's sad what the humanity that we get treated like. But, I seen a lot of singers and a lot of stars going through it. And these are like big time singers like Jessica Simpson to Britney Spears to Christina Aguilera to all of them. And it's like going, are you kidding me? I read Open Book, Jessica Simpson's book, and I liked it. And I was like, I had total respect for her on what she went through. Her old ex-husband, Nick Lachey, body shamed her. And that's my opinion. I don't like Nick. And I think Nick is a degrading man who needs to, you know, realize what he did to Jessica and owe up to it and say, hey, this is what I did. I watched Newlyweds. I saw the way he was towards her. I was so disgusted with it. When they got divorced, I was really happy. I was upset at the same time, but I was just like, I was okay with it. Being her fan from '98 until I'm still a fan of hers. I have a purse. I have a wallet. Um, I had her CDs. Like, I have a whole crap load of Jessica Simpson stuff because I bought it off of Poshmark. But she's always had a weight problem. She's always gone up and down, up and down. But just recently, she has a little girl, and her little girl's beautiful. And Jessica showed off her bedroom recently and footage for I think it was Party Barn Kids and or IKEA Kids. I'm not too sure what it was for. And most of 3/4 of her fans were like, "Oh, we're concerned about you. Why do you look like this? Why do you look like that? You look sick. You look hideous. Like, come on here." The woman has come so far with she stopped drinking. She's concentrating on her family. She's admitted that she was an alcoholic. She's admitted that she's into this kind of stuff. She was into this kind of stuff. And she's trying her best. She's trying her darnest to move on from that stuff. And she has people like Entertainment Tonight, like magazines saying, oh, well, she looks like this. This is horrible. And that sells. Sorry about that. It's my mom's dog. That actually sells. And I mean sells because I don't get it. I'd pick up a magazine no matter what and I would read it. But now I used to buy them all the time. And now I just don't because I'm really getting sick of listening to body shaming, to what they're saying about the people in the magazines, because it's like, it is so disgusting. Like, you don't body shame a woman and you don't body shame a man. You don't body shame anybody because it's not right and it's not good. Because you're not just hurting that person, you're hurting that person's family. And that family has to go through a lot with that person to help that person come over it and move on from it. They already know how you feel. You've based your opinion. Now shut the hell up about it. Because seriously, nobody cares what you think. And I hope the person you're body shaming doesn't care. Because it depends on how they feel comfortable in their own skin. But Jessica's always been attacked for her weight, for her size. And it's like, are you kidding me? I've seen it. Like, I've been her fan for a long time and I've seen what she's gone through. And it's sick. She took a hiatus from the social media. She's taken a hiatus from her career, her music career. She's a big time $1 billion entrepreneur. She owns a fashion design. Like, she has done so much for herself over the years, and I'm very proud of her. And, she claps back at the haters, and it's like, I'm clapping back. Like, fuck off. Like, get a life. Because, seriously, if you're going to degrade somebody, degrade yourself. Stop degrading somebody you don't even know. Because let me tell you something. At the end of the day, that woman closes the door. She's someone's daughter, someone's sister, someone's mother, and someone's wife. And she probably cries behind that door because of the way you guys treat her and what you guys say to her. I don't usually speak out about this stuff, but when I see it constantly on social media, I get fed up. I have to scroll past it. It's like going, I want to say something, but I can't. You know what I mean? Like I want to say something, but I just can't because it's like going, if I say something, what's going to happen? Like, am I going to be attacked or is that person going to be attacked? Like, so no. And the same thing goes for Britney Spears. Like, people are like, she got out of the conservative program, which I'm really happy for her. And she's been degraded and she's been put down and she's going through a lot right now. But what gives you the right to do that? What gives you the right to say things about it? I have to scroll past it on TikTok because I don't want to listen to it anymore. It's getting sickening. Leave her alone and let her live her life. And if she's in hiding, she's in freaking hiding because she doesn't want nothing to do with you people, with the haters. She has enough going on with her family and everything like that. Like, body shaming somebody like that, especially with Christina Aguilera. Like, Christina Aguilera's even her weight was up and down through her whole career. And it's like going, like, seriously? You're going to degrade somebody because of their weight and because they look different or because they are different? Like, come on here. But, like, so many movie stars go through it. Angelina Jolie's gone through it because, yo, wait, you can see her skeleton because she's too skinny. Maybe that's just because she has something severely wrong with her, or maybe because she's sick. Do you ever think that? But body shaming somebody and telling them that they're ugly, telling them that they're not good looking or anything, that degrades them. That puts them down to a slump to the point where they're in bed all the time or they're depressed or they just don't want to talk to anybody. That is the problem with the society we have today. Everyone and anyone wants to go after each other just to make themselves feel better. And then you get what you want. You get that person off of the social media. You get them off their TikTok. They quit TikTok. They quit Facebook. They quit Instagram. They quit all the social media apps because of you. And the magazines, like Teen People magazine, to You Touch, to all of them. It's disgusting. They make money off us to get us to read their magazines about these singers, about these actors, about all of them. And they're degrading them. And they're being mean to them. And they're saying mean things to them. And it's like going, like, grow up. I know you want to make money. I know it's all about money with you people, but it's someone's life you're messing with. And it's someone's humanity you're messing with. And it's like, you don't do that. You just don't. Because if you do that, then you're not degrading yourself. You're degrading them. But at the same time, you're making yourself feel better, right? But like I was saying, body positivity, I'm going to say this, body positivity and anything positive will be good for these people and would be good for you. Don't listen to anybody. Don't listen to nobody what they have to say. I've seen amazing TikTokers on there who don't give a shit what people have to say. Who doesn't give a crap what people have to say. They just do it and they do it. And they look good doing it. And I think that if they're going to do it, they should do it in style. And they should do it with saying, F you, get out of my life. If you have nothing nice to say, go away. It's like with Victoria's Secret. It's like with the Kardashians. Kendall Kardashian. She was a model in Victoria's Secret. Now, if you want to come for me, go ahead. If you want to come after me, go ahead. But this is my opinion. Victoria's Secret only cared about the size of a woman on the way the woman looked. If the woman didn't look the way that they wanted her to look, they don't get the job on Victoria's Secret. If a woman looked like me, no, you can't get the job because you're not the type of person we're looking for. That man made money off of us and made us feel so bad about ourselves. Made us feel so bad about ourselves that we don't even care we just changed. And the sad part is this man make money and he lives in Hawaii. Have you ever heard of that song? Victoria's Secret song. Go listen to it. It's a really good song. Every time it comes on the radio, I have to full blast my radio. But like I said, I'm sorry, that was my phone. Like I said, you think it's okay to body shame somebody, then fucking do whatever you want. But remember one thing. you're hurting that person, and you're hurting their feelings, and you're making them feel like they're worthless. Just remember that. Because at the end of the night, those people go to bed crying because somebody said something mean about them. I've been bullied. I have been told that I'm not good looking, like I said. I have never said I was beautiful. I've never said I was good looking. And I know I'm not. But I'm the first one to admit it. But at the same time, is that if you're gonna body shame somebody, or if you're gonna push somebody into losing weight not the healthy way, then that is your problem. And you're responsible for that. For making that person feel that way. Because seriously, if you can't be admitting that you are responsible, that you're responsible for that. Sorry, I just turned my volume off. Responsible for that, then you gotta really think twice and think about what you're saying instead of thinking of what you want to say. I just don't know what to say altogether about this whole thing with Jessica Simpson to Christina Aguilera to all of it. Because if I say something and someone takes it to contact, then I'm in the wrong. But I believe is that the Kardashians, the way they dress, I don't know if it's about body positivity. Please tell me if it is, because I would never dress like that. But I think that there are a bunch of like Kim's 40, Chloe, Chloe and Courtney. Courtney's in her 40s. I like Courtney. She's okay. Kim, I do not like. Chloe, I used to like, but then she made too much changes to her body, and she was beautiful no matter what the way she looked the last time, and she still does. But I don't like her, and I don't like Kendall, and I don't like Kylie. And the only Kardashian I like is Courtney because she has more of a head on her shoulders than the other ones. I feel like they make people feel like they have to do this stuff. They've said they've not had any work. Come on, guys. Come on, think about it. But I'm not going to sit here and talk about the Kardashians the whole time I'm talking to you guys about body shaming or showing people that this is the only way you can look to be in that society or in that job, and that is wrong on their part because everybody wants to be like them. Everybody wants to be them, and everybody wants to look like them. So they go get the surgeries and they go get they do all of that, and then they get told, sorry, you don't get the part. That is the saddest thing. That is the saddest thing. Because you're like, oh, well, they got this part because they look like this. What did they do to get this part? And you're wondering that in your head. What, do I have to sleep with the producer? Do I have to sleep with the person who's doing the auditions to be able to get this part? Do I have to give my body to these people to be able to get this part? That's the wrong way to think. I've never been in the media, or I've never been in movies or singing or modeling. I was gonna go to be a model, but I decided not to. My mom wouldn't let me, which I thank her every day for. But I just think that if I got into modeling, I'll feel the same way. But I've had it done to me. I've had it done to me where I've been told that, no, you're not that type of person. I'm sorry, I can't take you. Or, oh, no, no, no. But I do YouTube and I get low views because I don't flaunt my tits off or my body off to people, but I don't want to because I don't feel comfortable doing it. I don't feel comfortable showing my body off. I'm not positive about my body because I've had people who've been negative about my body my whole life. So, not my whole life, but my whole adulthood. So, why would I do that? I was told once by one of my exes that I aged horrible. And I was in my early 30s when that happened. I think I was in my late 20s when he said that to me. And it was like going, are you kidding me? Why would you say that to me? And I think that having that said to you makes you feel like, oh, I gotta look better. I gotta look more beautiful. I gotta look more gorgeous. I gotta look more like. But the thing is that you're gorgeous no matter what, inside and out. No matter the way you look, no matter who you are, no matter where you come from, you're beautiful. And that's all to it. And I think that if we keep this up today, if we keep this negativity, all the body shaming each other, telling each other we're not good looking or any of that stuff, I don't think we're ever going to get anywhere. And that's my opinion. I watch a lot of TV shows. I watch The Big Bang Theory, which makes me laugh. Because when I'm feeling down on the ground, I'm like going, I need to watch a show. I need to watch it. So I do. But going through what I went through and going through what I've seen everybody else do that I love, I think I need that show to make me laugh because if I didn't, I'd be crying. I'd be depressed. Actually, I am depressed, but yeah, like it's seriously because it takes a toll on your mental health, guys. It takes a toll on you. It takes a toll on your whole life. It takes a toll on everything. And it's like if you want to be this type of person and making fun of this type of person, you really need to rethink the box here. You really need to think on who you are because seriously, the way you're being towards people, the way you are towards people is the problem. It's not like you have to body shame somebody to make yourself feel better because you don't like the way you look. If you don't like the way you look, sweetheart, then go get some help. Go talk to somebody about it. Don't do anything different to your body because no matter what, when you do something different to your body, you have to live with that. Like I'm thinking about doing cool scalping, and I've heard that's better than going underneath the knife, better than lipo, and I got to start paying for that in February so I can get it because I don't like my other thighs and I don't like my other thighs, and I know that I can lose the weight by working out, but do I have the energy? Do I have the ability? Do I have because memberships are just too high. Like I have a treadmill at home, I got a bike at home, I got a weightlifting thing, but can't get to it if you don't clean the garage, right? But it's just difficult, when you don't have the encouragement, you don't have the courage to do any of that stuff, and you need the courage, and you need people to tell you, you can do it, and you need that support behind you to be able to do it, so that you don't feel like you're being body shaming. You don't have to be ashamed of the way you look, or you don't have to be ashamed of who you are, or what you come from, or any of that. But the major thing in this society today, you have to have, my opinion, you gotta be tall and skinny and beautiful. Or if you're not that type, you don't get anywhere in this society. And that's the way I feel and that's the way I think. And I know that a lot of people say, well, that's kind of sad that you think that way. Well, growing up um, like I did, in the society I grew up, that's the only thing I know. You gotta be tall, beautiful, long legs, long torso, big tits, and you get the jobs. You gotta flaunt your tits to be able to get the job because that's what men wants in the society today. If you don't have big tits, you don't get the job. And I could be wrong, and I'm sorry for saying that. But I just feel like, if you just keep going the way you are, and if I keep going the way I am, I'm just not going to get anywhere in life. And 2023 is going to be different for me, and I'm hoping it is. And I think that if I keep talking about how I feel on my podcast and talk about it on Instagram or any of that, see how if I'm not the only one who goes through it, um, maybe I might be able to get get into the comfort place, and just go work out, go for a jog, go for a yoga class. That's the other thing that's on my agenda this month is to do a yoga class. Like I want to do 2 episodes a week. Every 2 weeks I want to do an episode like this to do a podcast, and just to get up the courage to do it is the biggest thing. Because if I say something wrong, people are gonna come after me and say mean things to me. But no, like I'm just saying, body shaming is not right. Body positivity, I'm all for. Um, but shaming somebody because they look different than you, or they have a birthmark on them, or they just can't control them the way they look, is wrong. Is so fucking wrong. And I mean wrong. You don't condemn somebody because they don't look like you. You don't condemn somebody because they're different than you. You don't condemn somebody because they're not you. They don't look like you and you feel they should look like you because you look like this or you look like that or you look like no. You don't do that. And I'm sorry if this is a rant, but seriously, I don't look like anybody. I look myself and that's all to it. I have a 12-year-old daughter that Nick picks at her body and she's 12, guys. 12. She doesn't like the way she looks. She doesn't like the way she is. And it's like going, Emma, you're beautiful. She's 12 years old. Why should a 12-year-old be worried about the way she looks or what size she is or any of that stuff? Why should a 12-year-old care? That 12-year-old should only care about school and her friends and worry about what she's going to do for school. That 12-year-old shouldn't have to worry about, the kids shouldn't have to worry about their looks at their age or the way they look. They should only care about what their friends are doing or what they're doing or any of that. In the society today, we have our kids worrying about the way they look. That is wrong on so many levels. And I just think as a parent, trying to deal with that is hard, but trying to deal with other things is even harder. So, on this episode today, I talked a lot about body shaming, but a lot of things have to do with what I went through with my experiences and everything like that. And I hope you do like this episode. And if I said anything offensive, I'm very sorry. I didn't mean to. It's what's on my mind and it's what I want to say. But I feel like in the society we live in today, you gotta be tall and skinny and have big tits to be able to get a job in LA or Hollywood. And top it all, I know a couple of YouTubers that I watch that go to LA. They're a different person when they're home in Canada, and then when they're in LA, they're a totally different person. So when they say that LA changes you, it really fucking does, guys. I've never been to LA. I want to go to LA, but I don't know if I want to. Might go to who knows? But I gotta have the money to go because I really don't have the money to go anywhere. I got bills and everything to pay, like with the income I have. But I'm not gonna complain about that. But like I said, I don't really have the money to do the good recipes that are out there. I do eat avocado and toast with tomato. That's really good, by the way, with egg on it and spices on it. Like, whoa, it's really good, and I recommend that. If you can't eat avocado because of high cholesterol or gastric reflux, don't eat them. I don't eat them all the time. I only eat them maybe when I buy them from Costco's because you get 10 in a package. But I'm not the only one who eats them in the house. My sister eats them too, which is pretty cool. She eats half of an avocado, then I eat the other half, and it's actually pretty cool that she does that. So, like, she'll put the other half in the fridge and I'll eat it when I'm ready to, and she'll eat the other half. And that's how we do it. And that's better than nothing. Um, but I'm right now trying to take myself off of pop. I'm trying to take myself off of sweets. And I'm having a hard time because lately I've had a sweet tooth and oh my goodness. But but yeah, like I was saying, like you have to stop and think about how would you feel if you were treated this way? How would you feel if you were treated that way? And I want you guys to take that from this episode. Um and just be able to understand that. If you hear that Viewman, that is my computer. I don't know why. It's brand new. Well, that's the fan that's making that noise. But like I said, I have I have nothing but respect for the people out there who do that job, who makes the movies and have to deal with that stuff. I don't know how you do it. I don't even know how I do it, but I do it. I wouldn't be able to do it with the degrading and the body shaming and everything like that. I wouldn't even let my kids do it. But I'm just so fed up with the world today that I just want to go and crawl in a little ball in a hole and just sleep until it gets better. But I can't. I gotta put my big boots on and just be a mom and try to be there for my daughter and my son. That's all I can do. But it's hard when someone keeps degrading you. So I want you guys to understand something. This video is good. 29 minutes. Holy crap. I've never talked this long. But I just I don't know. I might make more of my episodes talking about this stuff because it's a major thing. Um, I really do. If you guys want to guest up here and talk about it, let's do it. I'm ready. I have to come out of my comfort place somehow, right? That's one of the things I can do. Right now my daughter's keeping me up all night because she's very much stressed out and I don't know why, but she is. And yeah, like I don't know what to say to all of you guys about this whole thing with body shaming and body positivity. That's one I want you guys to come out of this episode with. Is body positivity. I want you guys to repeat something. You're beautiful. You're gorgeous. I don't care what people have to say. Because it doesn't matter what they have to say. It matters what I think. And that is the major thing. I want people to understand that. Think about that. It's okay. Anyhow, guys, my camera went off, so I'm gonna let you guys go. And I hope you have a good day. And thank you for listening and thank you for watching. But I'm gonna end this episode, and I'm going to get this up so that it can be on. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna have to do an ending to this video. But anyhow, please hit that subscribe button and notification button. And please thank you for listening. And I hope you guys understand. I don't mean to go off topic or any of that stuff. So yeah, but I'm gonna let you guys go. And I love you guys. And please be careful and be safe and have a good day. Bye, everyone.